Mining is one of the core mechanics that makes Minecraft the game it is, but can you actually beat it without mining any blocks? That's what we're going to find out in this video. I spawned on a beach. Usually I would go punch some trees first thing to get some wood, but since I'm not allowed to mine anything, I decided to jump in the ocean to swim to find some shipwrecks. I find a shipwreck, and there's some poisonous potatoes, and I almost drown. Then I get some iron and 2 diamonds and almost drown again. Then I find another shipwreck that doesn't contain anything useful. Then I almost drown again while trying to punch some fish. So we're off to a pretty good start. I go up on land to start beating up animals to get their meat so I don't die in the first 10 minutes of playing. I spent most of the first night hanging out on some rocks in the ocean because I didn't have any weapons or armor and nothing but raw meat to eat, and I didn't want to get killed by the mobs. The next day I found a village with a lava pool right in it, so hopefully that'll be useful later. Spoiler, it's not. Hoping to find a crafting table, wood, and some food, I searched the village. I ended up finding a small amount of food and a Fletcher, but no wood and a crafting table. Luckily the Fletcher had some good trades, which ended up being helpful later in the run. Without any wood, I wasn't going to be able to get any weapons or armor, so I thought the best way to get wood was to get creepers to explode near trees. Hopefully, the wood would survive the explosion. Night came, and I wandered around the forest looking for creepers. I got one to explode, but no wood survived, just some dirt blocks, which ended up being extremely useful throughout the entire run. Find another creeper and get it to explode in between 3 trees, ending up with 3 wood, but I almost die in the process. I slowly walked to the house and locked myself in. Thinking the coast was clear, I could make it back to my food without getting shot by a skeleton is exactly what I did. I didn't die at all. Someone might say I got shot and died there, but you shouldn't listen to random people on the internet. Anyone can say anything they want. I took my wood and dirt and stored it in the chest with the rest of my belongings and went back out to explode more creepers. By the end of the night, I had 6 pieces of wood and a bunch of dirt. I turned the wood into 24 planks and made a crafting table, which once put down, I couldn't pick back up. Then I made an axe, a shield, and a bucket. Then I used the bucket to get some lava so I could cook some food by burning animals alive. That night, I got 3 more pieces of wood, made a diamond sword and a boat, and left the village in search of shipwrecks and ruin portals. I found another shipwreck, got more iron, 3 emeralds, and found a ruin portal with some flint. So now I could make flint and steel. Now all I needed was to find a way into the nether. I went back to the village and bought some arrows from the Fletchers with my emeralds. I left the village and my plan was to find a ruin portal that had some obsidian so I could finish the portal. But after searching around a while, I found another lava pool and thought of a way to make a portal without mining any blocks. I built a frame and used water and lava to make a nether portal. I went and melted the skin off more animals for the cooked flesh and saw a pink sheep whose life I spared. Once I had enough food, I stored the stuff that I didn't want to lose in a chest and went into the nether, hoping for a good nether spawn. I spawned right next to a red forest and began searching around looking for a bastion. I didn't have any gold armor, so I had to fight some piglins as I navigated my way around, but luckily it wasn't too difficult to move around. And I found a treasure bastion fairly quickly. Unfortunately, I won't be able to mine any of the gold blocks, so I was just stuck with looting the chests, hoping to get enough gold to trade for ender pearls. I picked off a few brutes with some arrows, then I tried to get into the bastion to rob those stupid pigs. I saw one guarding a chest, but I couldn't get him with arrows, so I jumped in with the intention of lava bucketing him. But I was clicking on the wrong spot, and it wouldn't place the lava, so I panicked. Fortunately, I'm really good at the game and didn't die. But I decided to throw all my stuff in the lava and go back to my bed, just to make the challenge a little harder. Having lost all my food and a good bit of resources, I decided to go find some ruin portals and shipwrecks to loot to get me through the nether. First, I melted the flesh off unsuspecting animals with a lava bucket. Then I went and looted some loot that needed looting from a shipwreck, getting some more iron, gold, and diamonds. Close by, I found a ruin portal and got some gold boots and some golden carrots. Then I just sailed around looting more shipwrecks. That night I killed an enderman. In the morning, while melting animals, I spotted a village in the forest. I went in and stole everything those chumps had, getting some iron and a bunch of wood in the process. It really shows that crime does pay. In total, I got 23 wood logs, which should be enough to complete the run. I found a furnace in one of the houses and used it to cook some food. As I went hunting in the woods, I saw some dogs and thought it would be a good idea to tame them. Then I went back to the house with the furnace and cooked a bunch of food. As I was doing that, a villager tried to intimidate me, so I hit it and my dogs decided to kill it. Oh well. When all the food was finished cooking, I set out and looted some more shipwrecks, getting a ton of iron and emeralds. I found lapis but didn't take it, which was a mistake because I will definitely need it later. Finally, when I got back to land, I had lost my dogs. It seems like anytime I get in a boat, I lose my dogs. They really should learn how to swim. I went back to the portal I made earlier and entered back into the nether to go back to the bastion to see if any of my stuff had survived, and loot the chest to see if I could find any gold to trade with the pigs. Right when I entered the nether, I saw a piglin and decided to trade gold with him, hopefully to get some ender pearls. It was a pain because I couldn't dig a hole to trap him, so I had to chase him around. After trading all my gold, I got 0 pearls. I did get 1 fire resist potion, which will definitely be helpful for the blazes. After I was done getting ripped off by that pig man, I went to try and retrace my steps to find the bastion again. After some searching, I found it. I went back to the site I was the last time I was there, but my stuff had despawned or burnt up in the lava. Luckily, there was no one guarding the chest I had tried to get earlier, so it was ripe for the looting. It had some gold and other useful stuff. I went and traded the gold I had just found back to one of the piglins I stole it from, and his first drop was 3 ender pearls, once again reinforcing that crime does pay. But not well enough because the rest of the trades were garbage. After I decided it would be a good idea to loot the center chest at the bottom of the bastion, so I drank a fire resist potion, jumped in a boat, and sailed my way down to the bottom of the bastion. Falling straight into the lava, I used my parkour skills to fight off magma squares and piglin brutes in what can only be described as an exquisite display of gaming at the highest level. finally getting into the chest. It contains some diamond armor and 3 gold blocks. Getting out before my fire resist wore off, I climbed up and looted another chest, only to find some arrows and an iron block. Feeling it wasn't worth it to keep exploring the bastion, seeing as how I couldn't mine any of the gold and it was just lying around, I left to find a pigman to trade with. I found one and traded my 27 gold with him to get 2 more ender pearls and 3 fire resist potions. After we were done, I burned him and his child alive for not giving me more ender pearls. I went back to the overworld to store some of my items before heading back into the nether to find a fortress. After searching for a while, I found a fortress that turned out to be less than 200 blocks from where I had portaled into the nether. I boated into the fortress, ran around, and found a blaze, getting my first blaze rod. Then I found a chest with some gold and diamonds. After a bit more searching, I find a blaze spawner, drink a fire resist, and get to work slaying blazes. I get 8 rods just to be safe and head back to my portal to find the stronghold. But now getting to this point in the game, I realized that I could portal into the end and be completely underground, and I wouldn't be able to dig myself out. So I might have to restart the whole challenge. Before I start looking for the stronghold, I decide that I'm going to enchant some weapons and armor. And realizing I never picked up any lapis, I had to go back out in search of shipwrecks to find some more. Once I got back, I made as many bookcases as I could and enchanted an iron sword with looting 1, which was going to be helpful because I still needed 7 ender pearls. And I've given up trading to get them, so I was going to have to kill a bunch of endermen to get the rest. Then I put Prot 1 and Aqua Affinity on my helmet, which is useless to me, Power 1 on my bow, some other stuff on my armor. When I was done enchanting, I made some Eyes of Ender and started off my journey to find the stronghold. After running about 1,000 blocks, I found it. Now the only issue was getting to it. Usually you just dig down to find it, but I couldn't do that, so I had 2 options. Find a cave that was connected to it without having to mine any blocks, or use creepers to blow a hole in the ground until I was inside. For some reason, I decided to try the creeper method first. I marked the spot where the stronghold was, and I started to set up a little base camp with a crafting table and bed. That night, I started Operation Blowhole. So I spent the whole night getting blown by creepers in a hole. But after the first night, it looked like it was going to take a long time. I also killed an enderman, getting another ender pearl. In the morning, I found a lava pool and made a portal into the nether, hoping it would be a faster way to find endermen and get all the pearls that I needed. This would not be the case. I portaled in right next to the fortress I'd been at earlier, which is not far from my original portal. I was hoping to spawn next to a green forest so I could get endermen easily. I was a little annoyed. There weren't any green forests anywhere in the area that I had seen, so I just wandered around looking for endermen, hoping to stumble upon one. After wandering around a while and not finding any, I went back into the overworld and hunted endermen in the night. I got 3 more that night, but I still needed 5 more for the portal. So I went back into the nether and wandered around aimlessly, hoping to hear the sweet voomp sounds. But after looking around for a few minutes, I left to think of a new plan. I needed to go far away to make a new portal, hoping I could spawn in the nether near a green forest. So I decided to go back to the village with the lava pool that I saw earlier at the beginning of the game. Also, I could buy a bunch of arrows from the Fletcher when I got there, which I was going to need to win the game. So it was a win-win for me. I found another village on the way, but these poor chumps didn't have much to take, so I left quickly. Eventually, I found a village and made another scuffed portal. I entered the nether, but it was more of the same. After falling into a hole and coming 1 heart from death, I decided to leave and just kill endermen at night and stop wasting my time in the nether. I went back to my base camp and started blowing up creepers in my hole and hunting endermen. Not having anything to do during the day, I decided to look around the caves that might connect to the stronghold. and after not very long, I found one and climbed down. Not having any torches, I used lava to light the cave. Luckily, it was a large cave, and there was a good chance I was going to be able to get into the stronghold from here. Before I jumped down in there, I went to get a water bucket so I could easily get in and out without having to use any of my blocks. It was night, so I killed a few endermen, getting 2 more pearls. In the morning, I went back into the cave, searching around and killing mobs. I killed a couple of endermen as I looked around, but I didn't get any pearls. I found a mine shaft, but for some reason I decided to check the rest of the open area before going into it. I found another enderman and got 2 more pearls. Then I found some diamonds, but I couldn't mine. After fighting mobs and wandering around for a while, I finally went into the mine shaft and found the library in the stronghold within 10 seconds of being there. Now I was just hoping that the portal room was not sealed off and I could get access to it without breaking any blocks. Searching around for a while, I found the portal room, and on my way out to get my Eyes of Ender, I found a chest with an ender pearl, which I think means I have enough for the portal. As I'm trying to leave stuff behind in case I die, I'm being viciously attacked by silverfish because I can't break the spawner. So I just have to put up with it. Eventually I get everything ready and put all my eyes in the portal. Now if I'm lucky enough, I will not be underground. If I am, I'm going to have to lava myself and figure out something else out, or restart the game. I jump in and quickly start making stairs to get to the pillars. I start shooting at the pillars, and with my amazing aim, I don't miss any shots. Some endermen get jealous and try to kill me. But I just put them in a boat to think about their behavior before they get blown up by the dragon. Another enderman gets mad and attacks me, and as I'm trying to put him in a boat, the dragon sees the opportunity to throw me 50 feet in the air. I've never MLG'd in my life before, but I pull it off like a pro. But I decide that was too easy, and I went back to the village that was about 2,000 blocks away from the stronghold, just for the fun of it. Then I spent the next 25 minutes swimming back to the stronghold. Then I gear up and set a bed in case I died, but I haven't died so far, so it was just a waste of time. But better safe than sorry. I jumped back into the portal and grabbed all the gear that I had left for myself and continued to knock out the towers with my eagle-eye marksmanship. With all the pillars destroyed, I went in for the kill. I knocked up the dragon for a minute before she flew away. Then, as I was going to slap her around some more, she threw me in the air. Which was no problem for me because I'd never missed an MLG in my life. Then I went in a third time to bang her around some more. Remembering that I had arrows, I started to shoot a load of arrows into her. And finally, I killed her, proving to the millions of people who said I couldn't do this challenge, they were wrong. Thanks for watching. I have 20 million subs on YouTube, but they don't know it yet. So if you could subscribe and let YouTube know about that 20 million subs, that would be great. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch this video, the very first time I ever played Minecraft.